As the temperatures begin their inevitable decline into what will eventually be winter weather, those who have spent the summer gardening may want to start thinking about storing their produce. In this week's Gardening Tips, Alex Bengal visits with Rissy Greenhouse about certain vegetables and how best to maximize their lifespan.
After being harvested, a number of vegetables can be stored to be eaten later.
Some of your vegetables in your garden can be stored for long periods of time. Some of those include carrots, beets, potatoes, kohlrabi, and cabbage.
The process of doing so requires care both in the harvesting and storage.
We try to leave the carrots in the ground until the ground gets cold.
As Rissy says, the cooler the ground, the sweeter the carrot.
If we want to try to store this carrot in our root cellar, we will remove the stalk and we will leave all the roots and all the fine dirt on here as to not disturb it, and we'll pack them in sand. We usually sand or sawdust, with a little bit of moisture. In the cooler, you can keep these up to 6 months.
These and other items can be kept in the refrigerator above freezing around the mid to upper 30s Fahrenheit. Beets involve similar preparation.
You cut the tops off and pack those in a sawdust or a sand mixture. You can keep beets up to 6 months as well.
Rissy says some vegetables thrive better under damp storage, others dry storage. For potatoes, Rissy recommends letting them dry out before storing them in a root cellar.
Otherwise, they will tend to absorb bacteria and rot.
Kohlrabi, meanwhile, can stay edible for 3 months if properly stored.
So if you leave the leaves on for about 2 or 3 days before you remove them, they snap off cleanly and then they store much better.
The stem doesn't come off as cleanly if removed immediately after taking the kohlrabi out of the ground, allowing for possible infection at the site.
They peel and often leave a scar, which then gives a place for the bacteria and thing to set in.
Cabbages should be stored with as many layers of outside leaves as possible, so the layers underneath can stay fresh. I'm Alex Bengal, reporting for News Center Fairbanks.
Gardening Tips on News Center Fairbanks is brought to you by Rissy Greenhouse.